Dear friends, I am Professor Satish Prakash Shukla. I welcome you all again to this YouTube channel. Today we are going to discuss about 20 new MCQs with their answers which are based on research aptitude. This is third video in English in terms of research aptitude. Question number 41 to 60 with their answers are discussed in this video. Let us see the questions. Question number 41. Today's first. Which advantage is not seen in free interview? Number one, large information can be collected from the subject. Free interview is there, then it is possible. Number two, interview of several subjects can be taken at a time. It is impossible that more than one subject can be interviewed at a time. Number three, researcher can discuss with the subjects freely. It is possible. Number four, researcher can change the questions according to the situation. If free interview is there, then we can do it. So, in terms of the question, the option number 2 is correct. This advantage is not seen in free interview. Interview of several subjects can be taken at a time. Question number 42. Which type of interview was recommended by Carl Rogers for obtaining information from the subjects? Carl Rogers. Controlled interview. Number 2, non-directional. Number 3, free interview. Number 4, standardized. Friends, Carl Rogers has suggested free interview for collecting data from the subjects. Option 3 is correct. Free interview. 43. With which type of rating scale the names of Guilford and Sinan are associated? Forced choice, numerical, graphical, pictorial. Guilford and Sinan are associated with forced choice rating scale. Option number 1 is correct. 44. With what the name of J.L. Moreno is associated? J.L. Moreno. Sociograph, sociometry, psychological test, checklist. J.L. Moreno is associated with sociometry. The correct response is option number 2. State the correct sequence of the steps of preparing sociometry. The steps are given here: preparation of table of sociometry, analysis of response, recording of responses, administration of the questionnaire, construction of questionnaire. For preparing sociometry, we have to arrange the steps which are given here. So, on the basis of these steps, we can say, first of all, construction of questionnaire, then administration of the questionnaire will come, then preparation of table of sociometry, then recording of responses, then at last analysis of responses. Let us see the option. These are the options. Out of these, option number 3 is correct. 5, 4, 1, 3 and 2. Let us see. First step is construction of questionnaire. Second one is administration of the questionnaire. Third one is preparation of table of sociometry. Number 4, recording of responses, and 5th, analysis of responses. These are the steps of preparing sociometry on the basis of the steps given here. Question number 46. Which type of children cannot be identified through sociometry? Which type of the children cannot be identified? Isolated, intelligent, popular, rejectee. We know that sociometry measures the sociability of the students, so intelligence cannot be measured. So intelligent children cannot be identified with the help of sociometry. Option 2 is correct. 47. Which of the following is not a characteristic of observation in the context of educational, psychological and sociological researches? Not a characteristic of observation in terms of the researches. Let us see. It is a technique of studying the behaviors of the subjects in the context of a particular situation. It is true. Only the non-verbal behaviors of the subjects are studied. If observation technique is to be used for research, it is incorrect. Number 3, behaviors of the subjects are perceptualized. Yes, it is possible with observation. Number 4, researcher can study the behaviors of the subjects in an overt or covert way. Yes, it is also true. So option number 2 is incorrect. In terms of question, it is correct response, but in terms of the characteristic, it is not a characteristic of observation. Only the non-verbal behaviors of the subjects are studied. Option 2 is correct in terms of the question. Question number 48. Which are the determinants of attitude? Determinants of attitude. Number 1, Vedic, psychological, functional. Number 2, occasional, psychological, functional. Number 3, cultural, psychological, functional. Number 4, cultural, psychological, anti-functional. So determinants of attitude are cultural, psychological, and functional. So option number 3 is correct response. Question number 49. What has been the range of median values of the statements in equal interval method of Thurston? Equal interval method of Thurston for developing attitude scale. What will be the range of median values of the statement? Let us see 0 to 11, 1 to 10, 0 to 10, 1 to 11. Correct response is 1 to 11. Option number 4. Because rankings by the expert are given between 1 and 11, so the median value will also be between 1 to 11. Question number 50. Which of the following is not a characteristic of aptitude? Not a characteristic of aptitude. It is a latent ability of a person. It is true. It is a latent ability. It is a specific quality of a person. It is also true. It is a person's internal ability. It is also true. It is a skill of a person. So it is not a characteristic of aptitude. It is not a skill of a person, but by training the hidden ability of the person is a particular skill can be developed. So it is a skill of a person. It is not a characteristic of attitude. So option 4 is correct. In which type of personality measurement technique predetermined questions are asked to the subjects? Predetermined questions. Non-directive interview, informal interview, free interview, standardized interview. In standardized interview, predetermined questions are asked to the subject, so option number 4 is correct. Question number 52. What the subject has to do in ink blot method of personality measurement? Derivation of figures from blot, to find number of figures from blot, to determine the shape of the blot, to find favorite figure from the blot. So the subject has to derive the figures from the blot. It is correct response. In terms of these questions, option number 1 is correct. The subject has to derive figures from the blot, derivation of figures from blot. Question number 53. Which are the projective tests of personality measurement? Number 1, TAT, thematic appreciation test. Number 2, hypnotism. Number 3, ink blot. Number 4, association. Let us see the options. By observing the options given here and the test mentioned here, only 2 tests are there which can be called projective test of personality measurement, and these 2 are TAT and ink blot. Let us see the option. Option number 3 is correct, where it is written 1 and 3. So TAT, thematic appreciation test, and ink blot, these 2 tests are projective test of personality measurement. Question 54. Who suggested free association method of personality measurement? Free association method of personality measurement. Number 1, Rorschach. Number 2, Freud. Number 3, Kettle. Number 4, Pearson. Free association method was suggested by Freud in place of hypnotism. So correct response is 2. Freud has suggested Free association method of personality measurement. Rorschach developed inkblot test for personality measurement. Cater 16 PFQ personality factors questionnaire, and Pearson suggested two-factor theory of personality, in which two factors are general factor and specific factor. What is not included in research proposal? Let us see. Implication of present research is not mentioned, is not included in research proposal. Option number 1, population of research we have to show. Hypothesis we must write in proposal. Limitation of research also are to be mentioned in the research proposal. So option number 1, implication of present research is not mentioned in research proposal. What is done to check the validity and credibility of the content presented in the source? Validity and credibility of the content presented in the source, where documents are used for research purpose. Internal criticism, external criticism, historical research, descriptive research. Friends, to check the validity and credibility of the content presented in the source, the internal criticism is done. Option 1 is correct. Question 57. For which type of research method data are generated before starting the research? Before starting the research, data are already generated. Experimental research, historical research, case study, survey. So it happens with the historical research, because historical research studies past events. So data are generated before starting the research, historical research. Question number 58. Which type of the source will the handbook of Gujarat University be called? That is selected for the historical study of this university. Secondary, primary, internal, external. It is secondary source of for historical study. Question number 59. Which of the following is not an objective of a survey research? To check the effect of independent variable on dependent variable. Which of the following is not an objective of survey research? To check the effect of independent variable or on dependent variable. To study what is prevailing at present. To compare prevailing situation with established norms. To give suggestions to make the current situation better. So number 2, 3 and 4 show the objective of survey research. To check the effect of independent variable on dependent variable. Either experimental research is done or ex post facto research design is applied. Option number 1. This is not the main objective of survey research, to check the effect of independent variable on dependent variable. Question number 60 and last of this video. In which type of the survey sample is selected only once and data are also collected only once? Cross-sectional, trend, cohort, longitudinal. It is cross-sectional survey where data are collected only once from the samples which are selected only once. So friends, here video number 3 gets over. Video number 4 will be presented soon. Till then, keep on studying supplementary literature. All the best. Thank you.